Good afternoon. I suppose everybody is wondering what's going to happen for the next new year. Well, the problem is that it's going to be a terrible depression, both in the United States and in England. The reason why is that there's no jobs here, and nothing is being done to help the industry. Everything is made in China now, in Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, Hong Kong. And so therefore all the manufacturing is going over there, especially the clothes and the shoes. All these things have taken the wealth away from the United States. I don't know what the President of the United States is doing to compensate for this there, but I can't see what China is buying off the United States except just our technology so they can make more aircraft and other things. Take our designs, take them from England, take them from America. So therefore, people are getting poorer and poorer because they're losing their jobs. There's no compensation from the government to be able to have people to sustain their standards of living. Food is getting more expensive because fuel prices are going up. The millionaires are taking the money out and putting them in tax havens. They don't want to pay the high taxes because they can't afford it because they're not selling any of the goods that they are manufacturing. And all Obama says is tax the multi-millions. If Obama and Cameron and these other people stopped having wars and spending millions and billions of dollars and pounds, they might be able to spend some of the money on the people who have lost their jobs and help them with their housing. We spend billions of dollars going to a space station. We spend billions of dollars going to Mars. We know Mars is inhabitable, so why do we want to go there for? We are seeking things in the deep outer space where we'll never be able to go anyway. They're too far away and the distances are too great. We're spending money on things that we should be doing on Earth here, like finding a cure for cancer for a start. Make an industry for people so they can have jobs. People are, at the moment, a lot of the youngsters are taking drugs and they're making drugs and selling them. And I often wonder to myself, I wonder whether if I'd ever been in that position, whether I'd do the same. And the reason why, I say yes, more like it would, because once your family is down and out and you have no jobs and you come to the age of 65 like me and you can't make a living anywhere because everybody says you're too old, how are you going to get the money? The government's not going to give it to you. There's no jobs. I've done every job there is possible in the world. I've cleaned out the toilets, I've dug the ditches, I've gone to oil wells, I've done all the farming, I've done all the flying in aircraft, I've done all the driving with lorries until I've come home and hardly walk because I'm so damn tired. I've driven all the buses. I've done all the work, everything possible. And still, I am in a hard job struggling to try and make ends meet because these governments have just absolutely ruined the United States and also England. Not only just our governments, Britain and America send billions and billions of pounds to African countries. And these African countries need our money like a hole in the head. If anybody's out there and they're sending money to a charity in Africa, you are out of your minds. I've been all over Africa and I haven't seen any really starving kids. I don't see a government starving. I don't see the people starving. I only see a few people from villages where they've had problems with their agriculture. I've seen large places full up with grain and wheat that we've sent them over. But when you walk a mile down the road, I find exactly the same supermarkets and the same vegetables that I buy off the supermarket in England or in America. Yet these charities are giving these people a bowl of rice and that there, when they've got thousands of tons of wheat and that there stored up into these warehouses. I think it's an absolute disgrace. I think you really start to need to look at the economy in our own countries. And at the moment, there is no economy. It's down and out. It's finished. Kids are coming out of school with Bachelor of Science degrees. They work in McDonald's and every other store there is possible. There is no good industries for them to go. The millionaires are okay because they have the money to support it. But like I said, a lot of them, they're going down and down and down. They have to close because they can't compete with anything else. The reason why, I go outside, I bought myself a pair of boots, $50. I wonder how much they cost in China. They were made in China. I reckon they made for about $10. So by the time they've shipped them over and they put them in here, don't these people realize that if you lose your job, you can't go into, say, the local store and buy a pair of shoes because you have no money. So all the goods that come from China are no damn good anyway because you won't be able to afford them because you've got no job. So what do? You go and you start thieving and selling and thieving from other things to try and make some living. And then the courts wonder why there's such anarchy around the world. People are fed up with these governments, like Obama and Cameron and Clegg and Miliband and the German Chancellor and that thief loaded government from Greece and from Spain. We gave Spain a lot of euros. We gave Greece 15 billion euros. I worked in Greece. I don't think they got 15 million people in there. If they gave everybody €1 million in Greece, I think that would solve the problem. But where has this money gone to? Where has it gone to? I want to know. I want to know where the 37.5 million that Robin Cook gave to Zimbabwe went missing. I think that's absolutely wonderful to see our money go missing like that. I wonder if the government could put £37.5 million into my bank account so it could go missing. I can soon deal with it. And all the billions of pounds we spend on Iraq and Afghanistan in wars where we shouldn't even be in. We'll never be able to tame Afghanistan or Iraq or these places because they're tribal communities. We're wasting time. And we've got leaders that we have just put into power who they don't even have the brains of a pig. They're absolutely useless. I wouldn't trust any of them. But what you've done, you have voted for these people, and therefore we have to put up with it. I didn't vote for them. I vote for another party because they're absolutely useless. But you vote for one party and they're just as bad as the other. There's nobody with any brains around who can be able to put our countries back into proper perspective. Britain is not Great Britain, it's Asian Britain. It's full of Asians. You can't get a job because they won't employ you because they employ people from their own countries because they're for cheap labour. And then people turn around and say, oh, well, they do jobs that we don't do. Well, I've been up at 4 o'clock in the morning to midnight pitching bales and doing farming and driving trucks and buses and airplanes all over the damn world. I've got all the experience. So people don't need to tell me I haven't done the jobs. I've been there and done it. Got all the t-shirts and the badges and all the other crap. And just have to put up with these lousy politicians who haven't done anything and they come out of university with no brains. I am absolutely appalled at the way that the leaders of the world have gone out and ruined our countries. They've done nothing for people except thieve from themselves. Nigeria, they got better roads than what the UK have got. They got better roads than what the Americans have got. All these African countries are far better off than what we are. We send the money down there. Yet we still keep on continuing sending money down there to different parts of the world, for Europe and everywhere. They don't need our money. We need it ourselves in America and Britain to be able to support ourselves, our families, our children for a future life, and so they can have a better life than what we had. But at the moment, it is absolutely disgraceful that the way these people have gone around it. The best thing to do is to have a revolution in these countries and get rid of the trash who are running our countries, because that's all they are. They're trash, lousy scum. I wouldn't give them the time of day.